There's something I've been learning and relearning. Something simple, but not always easy. It's the art of loving yourself. Not in the loud, show it off kind of way, but in the quiet moments, the unseen spaces, the way you sit with yourself when no one else is around. Loving yourself, to some it comes so easily, while to others they will have to train themselves to love themselves. Loving yourself is both an art and a practice. It's not just about feeling good, it's about treating yourself with kindness, respect and patience, even when things aren't perfect. The way you talk to yourself in mirrors, to looking and loving yourself in pictures and videos, down to the way you take negative comments thrown at you by strangers or even close relatives. There's an art to it. All this and more build your confidence, which in turn grows the love you have for yourself. Alright. I want to give like a little backstory. So I was this kid growing up that wasn't really too confident in myself. Do you get? I wouldn't say I hated myself, but I do not think I really liked myself. But I was actually bold, I talk. But there were times where I just get a lot of backlash from my eyes growing up. You get, from my uncle, my brothers, everybody like boggy, froggy, big eyes, your eyes are bulging. There was this lady in my street. She would literally frustrate me. Anytime she sees me coming back from school, she'd be like, "These your eyes are too big." I kid you not. I literally hated looking at myself in the mirror. This was when I was in primary school down to junior secondary. To not make matters worse, I was not tall. It was just like I had this stunted growth then. It sounds funny now, but looking back at it, it wasn't. Trust me. I was in a state where I just felt bad. To add salt to injury during Harmattan period, I'll be like the first person. You get to know that Harmattan is coming because my skin will be so dried and looking pale and white. You get, no matter the amount of cream I put on my skin, it still gets very dry. This was not fun at all. Trust me, I hated looking at myself in the mirror. I don't look at myself in the mirror. It was when I was, I think, towards my senior year in school, I started speaking to myself, gradually talking to myself, and this eventually started building a confidence in me. Like, I'll tell myself, I'll look at the mirror when I'm alone. I heard this in church. My pastor spoke about it then. Pastor, which happened to be my dad, and he spoke about speaking to yourself in the mirror, and I tried to practice it. And I'll look at myself in the mirror, I would say, "Paul, you're handsome. Paul, you're intelligent. Paul, you are smart." The good thing is, I was actually smart, yeah. So they really couldn't tell me about stuff like that. And I was strong. They really couldn't bully me physically, but with words, this got into me. So I understand vividly when I said words being thrown at you, they are subconsciously sinking down to mess with the love we have for ourselves. This is one of the reasons I prompt this video. Moving forward, I'll be showing steps. There are steps where you would get to know how to love yourself. Now, fast track to now. Do you know that my eyes, that was the most abused part of my body then, has gotten the most compliments? Like, everywhere I go to, I'll find somebody saying, "Your eyes are so cute." At first, when I started getting that compliment, I was like, does this person know what I'm saying? I actually did not believe the first person that said it until I started getting it severally, like different places. I know. Now I know I'm fine. I have my self-love. I've gotten a lot of compliments about me being handsome, which wasn't so. This is why I said loving yourself is actually a process. So I hope you can stick to getting, I think it will be like 7 actionable steps where you can start loving yourself. Do you get? Loving yourself is actually a process. I still look at myself in the mirror from time to time to speak to myself, to speak life, to speak the things I want to see in my life from time to time. Even up until now, I still do it. Sometimes I'll just be alone and start speaking positive things, not dwelling on the negative part. So without wasting much of your time, let's continue with the video. Loving yourself is not a destination, it's a daily practice, a conversation between your heart and your soul. You were never meant to be flawless, you were meant to be whole. Self-love is listening to your emotions without shame. It's saying I'm tired and allowing rest. It's saying I don't know and allowing growth. If you are still here, you are the real MVP. I really appreciate you. But without wasting much of your time, let's go straight to the ways whereby you can actually cultivate self-love. Number 1, know thyself. Spend time with yourself to understand your values, your desires, and your boundaries. Also, you want to know your strengths and your weaknesses. You will know what can trigger you and what can't. So you need to understand a balance of yourself, understand yourself fully and completely. Understanding yourself is a process, and you tend to understand yourself more when you spend time with yourself. Number 2 is be kind to yourself. Talk to yourself as though you are talking to a dear friend. It's easy for us to actually blame ourselves. It's easy for us to talk bad about ourselves. We tend to be very kind to others more than we are to ourselves, because we understand that we can actually trigger a nerve to them. But in reverse, you need to be actually kind to yourself. Speak to yourself like you're speaking to a dear friend. Also, forgive yourself of past mistakes and give yourself time to grow. You don't want to linger on mistakes. The time you're supposed to use to heal, you're using it to process your mistakes. No, you have made them, you've made them, you move through them. That's one way to actually build self-love. Number 3, set healthy boundaries. Know when to say no when it's necessary. You don't be the yes guy when you know it's going to be actually damaging to your own mental health or wouldn't work with your value, because you already know yourself. You will know when to say no, and also surround yourself with people that uplift you. You don't want to be surrounded by people that actually bring you down. When you leave their presence, you're actually on a negative. You don't want that. You want to be around where there's positive energy. This actually tends to make you more nourished in soul and spirit. Then let's go to number 4. Take care of your body and your mind. This cannot even be overemphasized. You need to actually take care of your body. Know the food you eat, exercise. There's this confidence that comes with having a good body. I know you are healthy inside out. There's this confidence boost. Going to the gym is a part of you becoming healthy. Do you get? Exercising regularly. Once you are in shape, you tend to love your body more. You tend to admire yourself. You tend to adore yourself when you are in good shape and form. And also engage in activities that bring you peace, that interact with your creative juice, if I would say so, like reading, meditating, going out for walks, just doing things that keep you refreshed. I try as much as possible to do this. I don't do it as much as I should, but lately I just started reading a couple of books. I bought a couple of books that I'm reading just to enrich my mind and enlarge myself, because I know I feel good when I know I'm adding knowledge to myself. Sometimes I go out for walks in the evening, like an hour walk, an hour 30 minutes walk, just myself, my music, and I do this as often as I can. I think it's actually a very great refreshing source. It helps my mind. That's what I found out. It actually helps my mind, help me love myself, because I feel so confident when I have actually done things that are refreshing to me. I think it's something that would work. Number 5, celebrate your progress. Acknowledge your achievement, no matter how little it is, no matter how insignificant you think it is. Nobody will care, but you acknowledge it. You should care. You yourself care about those achievements. It might not look like big achievements in the grand scheme of things. Achievement like waking up early because you have intention of waking up early. If you've done it over a time, over a period of time, you should acknowledge that, man, I've been able to do this. If it is reading and you're able to read, acknowledge it. If it is something as small as buying yourself a good clothes, that's something I've been wanting to do, acknowledge it. Acknowledge it might not look significant to others, but you know what is significant to you. So acknowledge that win. And also, you want to keep gratitude journals to remind yourself of this, your wins and your achievements. I don't do this often, but there are journals of things that I've written out or things that I want to do. And when I go back to see them and I'm like, I've done this thing, I know the joy that comes to mind. Do you get? I write them. I want to do them. I probably did not go back to check. After a while, I just stumble on it, and I'm like, this is insane. I've actually done these things. There's this joy. So I think I would actually adopt this one more, to try to write my small wins and keep them close to me as much as possible. So I can actually, when you feel down, you can go back and say, man, myself don't try. You know this now. So let's go to number 6. Let go of comparison. I actually have a video about this. Titled "Comparison is a Thief of Joy." I try as much as possible not to compare myself. This is what I've been keeping me sane all this while. If I try to look at what my friends are doing, I don't think I would still be normal. So we should actually let go of comparison. If you want to love yourself more, you don't want to compare yourself, because when you start comparing yourself, you start to steal the joy you have. And you don't want to be in that situation, because now you're actually in the art of loving yourself. Understand also that social media distorts things. You don't just want to go through social media and see, this is what this person is doing, this is what this person is doing. No, it will mess with your mind. You want to embrace your own uniqueness and your own path in life, your own timing. Everybody has their own timing. There's timing for everybody. There's timing for everything you do. The time of this person is not the time of this other person. This is what you want to understand. So you actually embrace your own uniqueness and timing. It will actually reduce the way you would compare yourself with people. When you realize that my time is different from this person's time is different from this other person's time, you would let go of comparison. The last and not the least, number 7, allow yourself to feel. Accept emotions without shame. You know those statements that say men don't cry, women are the are the emotional ones. Nah, everybody's emotional. We're all humans. We have that ability to feel emotions. So we should accept emotions without shame. When it's time to laugh, laugh. When it's time to cry, cry. Do you get? These are the things that build your confidence and build the love for yourself. Because when you are holding up things, you are bottling pain instead of letting go, like instead of crying them out, they tend to not make you love yourself too much, because there are a lot swelling in your heart and you are not just free to express the love towards yourself. I don't know if it makes any sense to you, but allow yourself feel like emotions without shame. My mom passed, and a lot of people were like, because I was actually carrying on, like I was doing stuff the way I would normally do. But people did not know that I cry as much as I can. Do you get? I cry when I have to. When I feel the pain, I cry. When I feel the emotions, I tear up. And I let myself feel that emotion. The same way I let myself feel happiness, I laugh a lot. I laugh a whole lot. And I could be very lousy. I'm calm here. Doesn't mean I could be very lousy. And you should also know that healing is not a linear process. Give yourself grace to carry through when you're in tough situations. Don't bottle them. Don't feel too bad about being in tough situations. They're actually life. It's not a linear process. It's not a straight line. Do you get? Allow yourself feel the emotion and heal through the process when you're in tough situations. I hope that these few points are actually beneficial to you. As I would always say, this is actually a journey that I'm moving through. I'm not an expert in any way, form, or shape. I'm actually still in the process, because we understand that loving ourselves, it's not a destination. It's actually a process. We choose to love ourselves every time by following these steps. I believe that there are more steps, but these are the ones that I was able to research and put to my mind, and it resonated a lot with me. So I believe I've been able to, I hope anybody watching this will get 18 or 2 from this. So today, I hope you give yourself permission to grow slowly, to rest deeply, to love fully, because loving yourself is an ongoing process. Some days loving yourself is just showing up, other days is saying no, or walking away from what no longer honors you. Some days will be easier than others, but every small act of self-compassion adds up. Every time you choose yourself, you are building a foundation that no one can shake.